Whether you like RPGs or you are new to them, then this might be a game for you. Hello everybody, my name is MarioGamer1983, and today I'll be going through Persona 5 Royal for Nintendo Switch, which I'll be talking about the new features of the game ever since its original launch on PlayStation 4. This game is also available on PC via Steam, as well as Xbox Game Pass for PC and Xbox, as well as PlayStation 5. However, before we begin, there will be some spoilers ahead. Without further ado, let's head back to the very beginning.
This story is a work of fiction. Similarities between characters or events to persons living or dead in your world are purely coincidental. The contract has been sealed.
The story is amazing to go through. Starts with the protagonist escaping a casino with a briefcase in his arms before he finds himself in the middle of an ambush which lands him in an interrogation room. You can call the protagonist any way you like. For this example, we'll call him Percy Redshaw. Then a woman arrives interrogating you and wants answers about the Phantom Thieves.
Why did you cause such a major incident?
Then we go back to April, where you're traveling to Tokyo with a criminal record. We then flash back, showing that a rude person sued you for saving a woman.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
Upon entering Tokyo, you encounter a mysterious app that was never on your phone before. Then a strange figure in blue frames appears on the other end of Shibuya. You are then introduced to Sojiro Sakura, who will be looking after you in a coffee and curry cafe called LeBlanc. He takes you to Shujin Academy to be introduced by President Kobayakawa and your teacher, Kawakami. A bit later the same day, a subway accident occurred, causing injuries. The following day, you meet a pretty girl seeking shelter from the rain, a teacher in his car driving to school.
Good morning.
And a boy who hates the teacher and calls him an indecent name.
Screw that perfect teacher.
On your way to school, you encounter a strange castle that appears right where the school was, and the two walked in and ask what's going on. The story continues from here, but that would be as much as I can share for now. The characters are quite interesting to say the least. A majority of important characters become your friends upon entering the metaverse with others, or by going around Tokyo. These kinds of characters can help improve your skills in battle, as well as improve yourself in the real world, as well as improve their social lives.
Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school.
I keep hearing stuff like the Phantom Thieves really stole his heart.
Others can help you do certain things in the real world, like having the ability to make some coffee and curry in the real world to help restore SP in the metaverse, or help you get better weapon upgrades. However, this game adds 3 new characters. Yoshisawa you first see upon helping an old lady getting a seat on a train. Dr. Maruki, who appears sometime after your first target. More on that later. And Jose, a mysterious being in Mementos who's studying humans by drinking juice from flowers. Yeah, he can help you collect more items if you collect flowers around Mementos, as well as stamps which can be found at different areas around Mementos at the end of every area before heading downstairs to the next floor. And of course with them you can change the cognition of Mementos to help you get you more items, gold or XP during battles or exploring around Mementos. After ranking up enough of some of the girls' confidants, you can become their girlfriends. And of course don't go overboard before Valentine's Day. Trust me.
It's almost
Serves you
scary
right.
how good I am.
As far as gameplay goes, it is quite a lot different than a lot of RPGs that you've played in the past, as you'll encounter things by doing things in the real world, like reading books, watching a movie.
You must have cheated. No, it wasn't cheating. It was destiny.
Doing your job, spending time with friends.
By the way, Ryuji, how do you know An?
Huh? Oh, we went to middle school together.
Being a better person in social life. and doing your laundry. And then being a phantom thief, which you'll be defeating enemies, securing an infiltration route, stealing items from hidden objects, and solving puzzles to advance. All of these can open a lot of different opportunities as you plan ahead of time, and make your own schedule for living your double life as a phantom thief and a regular schoolboy. But there is a special room that only Percy can enter, called the Velvet Room.
Trickster, welcome to my Velvet Room.
In there, you can execute personas to create new personas or to create items to improve in battle. However, during a fusion alert, which unfortunately I do not have any gameplay for, but luckily I've been able to retrieve this off an online source. You can execute personas to make them more powerful and even have skills that they don't have previously. In battle, there are an array of options that can help you win the battle. First off, attack will let you use your melee weapon. Gun will let you use your gun that you have equipped. Persona will allow you to use your persona. And each persona is different as they have different skills.
Basically, your persona is the true feelings of your heart, which arise from accepting your inner shadow.
Then you have Guard, which will protect yourself from heavy attacks for when you feel more targeted. And then you have Tactics, which can help improve how you can analyze the battle or even strategize your party to help you win the battle. However, during one more, you can do another attack or you can do a baton pass, which will increase their attacks. And over time during the game, you can increase your baton pass rank, which will also in effect increase your HP and restore your SP. The last person to receive a baton pass will basically use their persona skill without using any HP or SP up. Enemies are quite different in their own unique ways. I'll put bosses in a subcategory as they are completely different from regular enemies. They can show up as castle guards, security guards, mutant-looking bears, as well as Egyptian birds. You can attack them, and during hold-up, you can do an all-out attack, which will deal significant damage to the enemies. Or you can talk to them, which you can potentially use to get a new mask for Percy to use, or collect some money or items to help improve yourself in battle. On to the bosses. They can be small, like taking the requests from the Phantom Aficionado website, or Fansite for short. And of course, these can be from people around the general public that have a slight disordered heart that you can change. Bigger bosses like palace leaders will have a bigger distortion, and of course during those boss battles you can actually send them out to do special orders to help make them a bit weaker or disencourage them in battle. Like Kamoshida, just knock his crown off his head, or Madarame, just paint his entire portraits of his face. Once you defeat the palace leader, they will confess their crimes and then they will have a change of heart, making them a better person.
I will leave now and return to my real self.
The world of Persona 5 is quite incredible to say the least, as you get to explore the real world, which literally takes shape of as we see Tokyo in the modern days, as well as the metaverse, which can come into all different shapes and sizes. As a palace is created by the cognition of every person in the world, whereas palace leaders like Kamoshida pictures Shujin Academy as his own castle where he can do whatever the heck he wants to do. Then Madarame, who pictures his shack as a museum where he'll be showing the public his own pieces of artwork around the world. And Konoshiro, where he pictures the whole of Shibuya as his own bank, where he can take money from other people and use it for his own good. There is another place I picked up earlier when I was mentioning Jose called Mementos. This cognition is created by the general public, so it doesn't have a specific shape, which for the sake of it, every time you go to a new area, no matter what path it is, the path always changes. meaning that the route of getting in and out of Mementos always changes. This game also adds one more palace to the story, which adds more sense to the story, which happens right after you finish the final boss of the base game. And of course, because of that new palace, that adds a new extension to Mementos, which happens pretty much as well at the same time after you've explored this new palace. I've asked a few of my friends on their opinion of the game, and this is what they had to say.
I think it's great that it manages to mesh together its gameplay mechanics with its general theme and world is pretty impressive. The whole idea of this outsider who has to rebel against toxic individuals is displayed very well within the game's overall structure.
I really like Persona 5 Royal. I love the way it expanded on the main game, which is basically 2 games in one. The fact that you can live the life of the teenager and how that plays into the battles on the night is so flawless, and it's the best turn-based combat I've ever played.
I think that it gives you the option to build relationships in it, and based on those relationships can really impact the story, whether it's new abilities or even branching story paths. By doing that, it gives the game a lot more replayability, and really it engages the hardcore gamers to complete everything.
So that about covers everything about the game, and based on the results. With story, I would give a 5 out of 5 because of how much they covered throughout the whole game, from the metaverse to the psychotic breakdowns and pretty much all the characters' backstories. For characters, I give a 4 out of 5 because all of the characters are quite unique, but some do not seem to be making right choices, like alcohol. Next up, enemies, I gave a 5 out of 5 for their different designs across the whole game and how they act towards their opponents. As for the game world, I give a straight 5 out of 5 as each palace is designed very uniquely to visualize how people see the world around them. And as for gameplay, I give a 5 out of 5 as it gives a lot of diverse battles and as well as exploration around Tokyo, which gives an overall total of 24 out of 25 to my score. Thank you very much for watching this review, and I hope you have a great day, everyone.